what's on your mind and on a matter of great gravitas in the country right now. Let me get in Alok Mehta, Editorial Director of India News, veteran journalist who's been doing this since before I was born. Alok ji, have you ever seen an incident or heard of an incident like this in your almost 6-decade career?
Thank you very much, Rishabh ji. And certainly, it's the first time I have seen this kind of case, because I was covering Parliament, I was covering sometime the court just for the political cases also, just to use. And I have seen the Indira Gandhi and Narsimha Rao when they faced the judicial proceedings. So that's why I feel a very rare case when these kind of incident taking place. And again, I just want to mention, I always believe like a judge and the doctors, they are more than God, because God we will meet after the life, but the time to save the life, when you are going to imprison or you are getting some wrongdoing or right doing, then you are stuck in somewhere in the legal cases, then the always judges and even the legal professionals, they help us. And the same time, the health professionals, the doctors, they also help to save the life. In the same sense, you see in judiciary, first, I'm talking about because since yesterday, that's why I congratulate you, because since yesterday you are talking about it, very few channels covering in such a scale. So that's why I will give 2 minutes about my impression and some new points. Why it happened? Because even we have some Sadar Bazaar fire, we used to report. There was a fire, 2 shops were burned or something happened. But here, after 1 week, one newspaper carried a news item. So my first doubt starts here, because I still have a great respect for Judge Mr. Dhananjay Verma. Maybe a benefit of doubt is there, and that's why his letter is also there that he was not aware. But you see, why he was not cried that how it happened in my premises, in my bungalow, there was a fire. And the news should become all over the India that the Delhi High Court judge is not secured. What was the security system? If somebody come and even they put some money or something do this fire, why there was no UN cry? Even from Judiciary, even Delhi High Court, with all respect for that. So I start with this. Forget about the FIR. FIR you can charge against me or you give some contempt of case. But here, the basic doubt start from there. Because the judge, if somebody got this fire incident in his house, why it was not openly came in the picture of the media, or not the media, even the publicly, why people were not aware. And then what happened after this? Some transfer news came, then the other news came, and then his clarification. Why can't judge himself should have given a statement in the very beginning that something happened, and I am very doubt. I want an inquiry, because if something happened or some charges against me, or even somebody inside was talking, he was also out of Delhi. So doubt started here. And that's why you also mentioned in different discussions today also, that there were cases. Ramaswamy case, I remember I was covering Parliament and the impeachment was there, because you are raising the impeachment issue. This was the case when Kapil Sibal started, and he on 2.5 hours, he pleaded in favor of charges of corruption of Mr. Ramaswamy. So you can imagine, that's why I'm not going to details, but Narsimha was the Prime Minister, and that's why he was from the South. So ultimately, he was not impeached. I'm not blaming now, because Kapil Sibal will tell you more why it happened. And then he became a member of Parliament, became minister and everything. So you see, at that time also impeachment is not possible, because you need so many signatures from the member of Parliament. You can't say, okay, tomorrow there is a case, because you are also mentioning that impeachment. It's not easy. The member of Parliament, they will give, then resolution will be there. So it will run process. But because of the credibility and the respect, which I say, everybody feel that God, judiciary is God. We are going to the God's house. And this kind of situation, there is no transparency. Only inquiry will be going on. Now the police is there. Tomorrow something news will come. I think there should be very, very good transparency. And now they should also think about the whole system. There's more transparency needed in these. Now earlier, Chief Justice never appeared in public places or going to the events or some programs or the discussions, because from Editors Guild also we organized, but it was very closed door. We never opened the door for when the Chief Justice came there. That's what I'm saying. Now this is a trend sorry to say, now the judiciary also want a publicity. They are also coming in with so many programs going here and there like leaders. So there should be more transparency in this sense. There's some, as it's not a corruption case, still I'm saying, because
Okay.
it's not a corruption case which used to be earlier. This is a serious case. Somebody, even if you say there was a crores of crores were there, so why Mr. Dhananjay Verma, he himself get inquired, why it is happening, how this money came there? Basic question is there. Money was there, or the corruption cases were there, or CBI cases against him when he was in Allahabad High Court. Number of doubts started with these cases.
Yes,
which
but
cases
like I said, with the while we can continue this conversation, and to some measure it will continue until there's a conclusion, and some cauterization and catharsis is now going to be required. We are still too early for it. We still have to first get to the bottom of it. But whichever way this goes it's not pretty. If somebody managed to gain access to the judge's house and light a fire, arson, okay, or plant money, even if it's a small amount, just a few notes, that itself is a scandal. Because what would be the motivation of such a person to do so? The motivation would be to defame a sitting judge of the High Court. Therefore, that's shocking in itself. If the reverse is true, the judge has no idea people are coming in and going out of his house and planting fires and planting money. That's a scandal in Lutyens' Delhi security as itself. And so we are stuck either which way. So if the judge is actually found to be perpetually some malpractice or some doubt, either way, if nothing is found in the case, people will say it's a cover-up. If something is found in the case, people will say hence proved. We are badly stuck either way. So let's tread the waters carefully, as we've been trying to do for a long